What do you call a cat that eats too quickly? A purge eater. Welcome, friends, to a world where the tortoise might beat the hare, not in a race, but in an eating challenge. Today we're stepping into a friendly and humorous contest that involves various animals showcasing their eating speed. And don't worry, no animals were harmed or forced during this friendly competition. It's all about good fun, laughter, and some surprising quick eaters. So, buckle up for a fun ride on the express train to the animal kingdom. Now let's get acquainted with our furry, feathered, and scaly contestants. First up, we have Benji, a beagle with a boundless love for bacon. Known to devour his meals in the blink of an eye, Benji's friends often joke that he doesn't even chew his food, he just inhales it. With his adorable puppy dog eyes and wagging tail, he's a definite crowd pleaser. Next, meet Ginger, the ginger cat. This feline foodie has a refined palate and a particular fondness for seafood. Despite her elegant demeanor, Ginger can gobble up a bowl of shrimp faster than you can say meow. Let's see if she can keep up that pace in the competition. Moving on from the domestic sphere, we have a wild card entry. Polly the parrot. She's a colorful character with a big personality. Her food of choice? Sunflower seeds. She's known to crack them open with her beak at lightning speed. Polly's vibrant feathers and quick eating habits are sure to add some flair to the competition. Then there's Sheldon, our resident tortoise. Slow and steady might win the race, but does it win a food challenge? We'll find out soon enough. Sheldon's favorite food is juicy, ripe strawberries, which he often eats so slowly that they start to wilt before he's finished. But don't let his slow pace fool you, he's a fierce competitor. Finally, we have Sid, the slippery snake. This slithering contestant prefers a meaty meal and can swallow a whole mouse faster than any of our other contestants. It's a sight to behold, but not for the faint-hearted. Each of our contestants brings something unique to the table, whether it's speed, style, or sheer determination. They've each got their strengths and weaknesses, their favorite foods, and their own ways of tackling a meal. It's going to be a close race, full of surprises. All right, the stage is set, the contestants are ready. Who do you think will be the fastest eater? On your marks, get set, chow down, and we're off. The race to see who can finish their meal the fastest has begun. Now let's take a closer look at our contestants and their eating styles. Over there we have our squirrel, who's a real nibbler. She's taking small, quick bites, her tiny paws moving at lightning speed. It's a sight to behold. Next, we have our resident rabbit, who's more of a grazer, steadily munching away with a relaxed yet determined pace. The carrots don't stand a chance. In contrast, we have our golden retriever, a true gobbler, who seems to be inhaling his food rather than eating it. It's a whirlwind of crunching and gulping. Then there's our tortoise, the slow and steady contender. He's taking his time, savoring each bite. It's not about speed for him, it's about the journey. And who knows, slow and steady might just win the race. Now let's not forget about our feathery friend, the parrot. She's a pecker, picking at her food with precision and poise. It's a dance of beak and seeds. And who could overlook the hilarity of the cat, who seems more interested in playing with her food than eating it? Those fish-shaped treats are getting a good chase before they're gobbled down. But wait, what's this? Our hamster has stuffed his cheeks full. It's a classic move, storing food for later. But will it count in his favor in this food challenge? Only time will tell. Then there's our elephant, who's using his long trunk to scoop up massive amounts of food. It's a spectacle of power and grace. And finally, we have our horse, chomping away with gusto. The hay is disappearing at an astonishing rate. The eating styles are as diverse as our contestants themselves, each with their own unique approach and pace. It's a wild, whimsical whirl of munching, crunching, nibbling, and gobbling. Hold on to your seats, this eating race is getting intense. We're at the halfway mark, and things are getting wild. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the midway madness of our animal food challenge. The excitement is palpable as our furry contestants continue to chow down with unbridled enthusiasm. Our contestants, each one a champion in their own right, are battling it out tooth and claw, or should I say bite and chew. The lead is changing faster than a chameleon changes its colors. One moment it's the brisk border collie, the next it's the ravenous rabbit. Every second, every mouthful, every crunch matters. There have been unexpected slowdowns that have left us on the edge of our seats. Who can forget when the ambitious alpaca, after a strong start, suddenly decided to take a leisurely break, chewing thoughtfully as if contemplating the meaning of life? Or the moment when our eager elephant, after a momentous munching spree, had to pause to sneeze, sending peanuts flying everywhere. Hilarious moments abound too. The sight of our tiny turtle moving at its own pace, oblivious to the frenzy around it, is a sight to behold. And then there's the enthusiastic emu, who, in its excitement, got its head stuck in the feeding bowl, only to emerge, disheveled but undeterred, ready to dive back into the fray. These moments of mirth and surprise remind us that while this is a competition, it's also a celebration of the diverse, fascinating, and often hilarious world of animals. The spirit of the challenge is not just about who eats faster, but also about savoring the joy, the excitement, and the sheer unpredictability of the animal kingdom. As we approach the final stretch of this thrilling challenge, the tension is mounting. Our contestants are giving it their all, their eyes on the prize, their stomachs full but their spirits undimmed. The finish line is near. Who will gulp down the victory? We're in the home stretch now, folks. Our furry, scaly, and feathery competitors are chowing down like there's no tomorrow. But who will cross the finish line first? The anticipation is palpable. As we approach the final moments of this epic food challenge, let's take a moment to savor the hilarity and charm of our contestants. Our squirrel contender, for instance, has been darting back and forth, stuffing his cheeks to the brim, a sight that would bring a smile to even the sternest of faces. Then there's our tortoise participant who, while not the fastest, has been steadily munching away with a determination that is both admirable and heartwarming. His slow and steady approach has brought a whole new meaning to patience is a virtue. Now let's not forget the feathery frenzy that our parrot contestant has been causing. With squawks of delight and a flurry of feathers, she's been pecking away at her food with a gusto that's hard to match. And who could ignore the hilarious antics of our dog competitor? With his tail wagging and tongue lolling, he's been gobbling down his food with a joy that's contagious. His enthusiasm has certainly added a dash of excitement to this challenge. As the final seconds tick away, we see a flurry of activity. The squirrel's cheeks are at maximum capacity. The tortoise is taking his last few bites, the parrot is pecking away with renewed vigor, and the dog is chomping down with all his might. The air is electric with anticipation. Who will be crowned the fastest eater in the animal kingdom? Will it be the squirrel with his cheek-stuffing prowess, the tortoise with his patient persistence, the parrot with her feathery fervor, or the dog with his boundless enthusiasm? The excitement reaches a fever pitch as the last morsel of food is consumed. The dust settles and the winner emerges. And there you have it, folks. The fastest eater in the animal kingdom is... well, that was a feast for the eyes, wasn't it? Our furry contestants surely gave us a sight to behold, indulging in their favorite foods with gusto. From the first chomp to the last lick, the challenge was a whirlwind of wagging tails, flapping feathers, and everything in between. Let's take a quick trip down memory lane. Remember when our little hamster hero, with cheeks stuffed to the brim, raced against time? Or when the tortoise, slow and steady, showed us that speed isn't everything? And who could forget the hilarious moment when the parrot tried to multitask, juggling between pecking at its seeds and squawking in protest all at once? Each contender brought their unique style to the table, turning what could have been a simple eating contest into a spectacle of humor and surprise. From the unexpected twists to the belly laugh moments, this challenge has been a roller coaster of fun. It's safe to say that our animal friends not only love their food, but they also know how to put on a show. Thank you for joining us on this delightful journey. Whether you were rooting for the underdog or simply enjoying the antics, we hope you had as much fun watching as we did creating this. Go ahead, share this video with your friends and spread the joy. Until next time, remember, it's not about how fast you eat, but how much you enjoy your meal. Goodbye.